Hey guys, I am apologizing in advance. I am very stuffy today. I wasn't even gonna stream, but so if I'm sniffling and all that stuff, I apologize. Hi Lex, Rav, hello. Hi Jirachi, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi everybody. I'm not sure how long I'll last today, but I'm tentatively still planning on tomorrow. To maybe stream, I think so. Oh, I better turn this down. Probably hearing that. Um, Both, I think. Jirachi? Mostly sick, though. Yeah. Yeah. I've been sick for since my last stream. The next day, I was rough. Rough. I still don't feel great, but I think I can stream for a couple hours at least. I looked for a few other games to play, and as usual, I came up empty. Pretty rough. We will probably catch cucks, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna bottom fish and not use not use pilkers today. Replay every game in your order. Make a series? I don't think so. No, there's a lot of bad ones in there. Plus, Fred gifts stuff all the time. Real shitters. The Fred games would rank in the views, clown. Yeah, yeah. It's it's bad. Like I hate. It's so tough to stream. I mean, you guys hear me talk about it all the time, but it's so tough to stream when you really feel like you're dragging into playing a game. I don't know how people that are full time content creators do it. Well, some of them don't even play games anymore. I mean, Lyric only plays games sometimes for 2.5, 3 hours on a stream. He's watching shows, he's using other content to generate a live stream, you know? But I really find it difficult if there isn't something I really want to play to hit that start streaming button. That's why I haven't committed to streaming again. Yeah, I think if you like get in on the um ground level of like an MMO that you really enjoy, that could carry you for a while. You know, 2 to 6 months, maybe longer, maybe years if you really like it. Um, but I I find that if I'm not stoked about a game, it's really tough to get on here and do 3 or 4 hours. Just feel like it is absolutely dragging. An MMO though makes it very easy. If you play a new game like that's a single player game, that's getting you through maybe 1 or 2 streams. They're not long. They're 6 to 12 hours. It that's if you're streaming 6 or 8 hours a day, it's not gonna get you through much. Um, like this game, I really enjoyed for a long time. Now it's, I mean, they came out with new content just a couple days ago, of course, but that doesn't help my character. Like playing that doesn't help me, so it would have to be a new lake or river. But even then, it wouldn't necessarily be. It'd have to be content I'd really want to play. At this point, the game's been out like what, 7 years, 6, 7, 8 years? I don't know, a long time. So it even a new update sometimes just is a dud. We're still looking forward to Project Zomboid, but I think we're probably a month away. That update alone, I think, is 18 months behind, I think, from where they promised. I may be wrong. I might be embellishing, but yeah, I was going to ask about your streams if you were still going to do it. Should give Peppa Pig a try? No, thank you. If the above option is a definite no, you could become the next big EverQuest player. See, I like EverQuest, but again, it's been out forever. Not new. There has not been a new MMO. Like, Arcade came out probably a year or two before I started streaming. And I really loved that game. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was great, but um I didn't have anyone else to play, and that game's really hard if you don't have anybody to play with. Not the boring quest. Yeah, Rav never liked that game. I'll probably install War Thunder again and play that a little bit. Hi Lex, how are you doing? I can't do Minecraft. I don't like the graphics. Hard to look at that game. Fred debated us with that Bitcraft game that I was going to try, but it was $30. And then they're going to wipe it anyway. I thought you liked squares and pixels. I don't mind pixels, but I don't know. Maybe it's the squares? I don't know. Like, the graphics to me aren't that important about a game, but it Minecraft's never appealed to me. I need to drive back. We gotta wind this up. Drive back on the spot. Already drifting off. What stopped you from playing Dark and Darker? Is it too repetitive? Um, the wipes is the main thing. Uh, the game not really being done. Mostly the wipes. I think that, like anything, that the wipes really turned me off from a lot of games. Even like PoE 2, I enjoyed playing the other day, but if in the back of my mind all my progress is getting reset, I just don't have motivation to play. I mean, a lot of the developers are jumping on the bandwagon of wiping things as it's a free, easy way for them to continue to generate content and have players, and it costs them nothing. And people are too stupid to realize that what they're asking for is not content. You're by playing games that have that kind of a wipe schedule, you're basically saying we don't really want additional content. We're okay with you guys farming us because we're fucking idiots. I don't know how else to say it. No one is motivated to make anything if they can just reset you and say, "Oh, we added this mechanic." You really didn't add shit. You know, that streamer says he really likes wipes, so I should like wipes too. They just want it to generate content. They're not looking for actual content in the game. They're looking for something that is new because most of the time they only play one game. And if you only play one game, you want to wipe. Because if it doesn't wipe and you have to wait on a huge patch, you're going to lose a ton of your audience in between that time. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick about it. It's just common sense. It really is. Like, nobody's going to develop content if you don't push them to make it. Like, if a business says, you know, we're not going to give you any new products as a manufacturer, we're just going to release the same exact colors, but we're going to put a different label on it. Oh, good. Get me signed up. That's basically all it is. Here's major patch 1.2 where we put a different label on it and it's got a UPC in a different location. Okay. I mean, the developers would be stupid not to wipe if they can get away with it. It costs them little to no money at all. And they're still generating people playing their game, which is ideally what you want for as long as possible, in order to develop more sales. More people playing, more people streaming it, more people telling their friends what they're playing. Then their friends are going to be more likely to buy the game. Dead game's a death sentence. Hightail announced today they won't release it because it was winding them down for too long. What's Hightail? I'm really bad at developers' names and publishing studios and stuff. I don't know any of them. Ah, probably just gonna be a mackerel or something on the safe piece. Oh, it's a promising RPG game in an old style 3D. Well, I watched if you guys remember Jamal Butterworth, you probably don't know who that is, but he used to play with Lyric in like Arma and stuff. He plays a lot of Zomboid. He was playing even worse, a Haddock. He was playing this game called Apagia. Let's learn together.
Apagia.
Apagia? Wait, no, that's not spelled right. Hold on. Yeah, that's not the same word, buddy. Hey, buddy, that's not the same word. Well, they must have created that word because it doesn't exist. It must be a town name or something. Anyway, it's like a pixel looking like game. Um, it's a pixel game that looks like RuneScape, but apparently plays more like EverQuest. Difficult to play. You guys can download it. It's free. They're having a playtest right now. Let me see if I can get you the link to the Steam store. I would have checked it out personally. How we share this? I know how to do that. Well, here it is. Um, I would have played it, but it's gonna wipe. So I didn't understand the point. I think it's probably a couple months away, if not a little more. I mean, when it releases, I would definitely try it. It looks similar to Hytale. Okay, I hadn't heard of Hytale, Wrath, but um, I thought maybe it would look similar. When that's what made me think of it when you brought that up. Uh, I really don't know what you do in the game. I only watched about a half hour of it, but it was an MMO, so it looks really early on. Like I think they may release it in early access with only like 3 or 4 classes. Cube World? No. Haven't heard about that game. Whoa. 7%. Whoa. I think that's the lowest I've ever seen. Oh, got him on. That old ass game. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's. Oh, here we go. Doesn't look like it's got a lot of fans recently. Oh, it's supposed to be a newer version of it. Got it. I would have tried Bitcraft, um, but I don't want to play something that's gonna wipe. I would pay for early access too if I knew it wasn't gonna wipe, but at that point, why bother? I thought about going back to Lost Ark, but Lost Ark's progression with gear was really bad. I really hated that system. Professions weren't really well done either. Yeah, wasn't good at all actually. So it makes me think that maybe I won't go back to it. Is something wrong with the stream? I'll check in a second. Hi, Pops. No, no boo tags. No tags. You know me. No tags. No tags allowed. Cool. Wasn't expecting that. Chat, I'm gonna educate you on sharks today. These little guys right here are called the ampullae of Lorenzini. It's like an additional sense for the sharks. Okay. This little guy has pointy teeth. So if he has a pointy teeth, that means that he eats mostly fish as his diet, because they're used to catch prey. The pointy teeth. You have triangle teeth. Usually your teeth are made more for shredding, eating blubber. Means you probably eat whales, carcasses. You eat more stuff that's not moving around too fast, seals. But if you eat fast moving fish, you need to have pointy teeth so you can grip them. Triangle teeth are made for the ripping and the tearing. Are these related to salmon sharks? So, four beagles are more of like a family. I don't know how the game really intends for that to be received, Pops, if you know what I mean. So like if you look at a salmon shark, it looks like a baby great white kind of. The poor beagle is actually more of like, oh, I got a cast. He's old. The poor beagle's like a poor beagle shark it's like a mackerel shark. So they're like a smaller, it looks like a mini great white. So those are lamnids. Poor beagles, I think. I think they're lamnids. I'm not sure if they're related to salmon sharks. Let me look up the salmon shark. I don't know their. I know they're mackerel sharks, but I don't know if they're... Yeah, they're lamnids too. So, yeah, they're closely... Porbeagle's closer related than the great white would be to the salmon shark. White sharks are carcharodons. Let's see what this says. See, it says it has triangular teeth, but it looks like mako shark teeth. A lot of the lamnids, that's a feature of them, is their teeth that are very pointy. Now mako shark is almost entirely reliant upon here, let's do some science. Oh. So mako sharks. So you see these pointy boys.
Dick's epic.
Well, let's just do this picture just so you guys can see it. So this is a picture from Noah. Shout out to Noah. See how pointy these things are? It's because they eat entirely fish. Again, mackerel shark. But this is an Asurus, not a lamnid. I think they're called Asuri is the plural. Which would be the long fin and the short fin mako. So the short fin mako is Oxyrhynchus, you guys can see that here. And then if you look at, again, laminids, families, mackerel sharks. Then there's a long fin mako. So, but if you look at the mackerel sharks, they're pretty wide-ranging. Even the great white's in there, but it's a carcharodon. So that's the family, which is pretty all-encompassing. Like, if you... The thing is, like, if you see a big mako shark, a big mako shark, you would think it's, Look at this fucking thing. By the way, this is one of my favorite pictures that exists. This is a long lining boat in Australia. This thing is massive. Wasn't big enough. Yeah, that thing is a good one. I'm guessing a white shark ate that. Hard to tell. You can't really see the marks, but I would guess it would be a white shark. But if you look, this guy's super cool too. If you've never seen him, Elasmorph, he does like taxidermy. But if you see a really big mako, like let's just say this one, this looks like a white shark. Like big makos in their head, they look way more like a white shark. And that's just because they're related. This one doesn't. That does. Noah's been tagging a lot of sand tigers. Yeah, we tagged a bunch for them. 2 years ago, I think now. Right, sand tigers are miserable to catch. They're like reeling in a ball of like weeds. Just slow, unorthodox, unathletic piece of shit fish. Porbeagles are supposed to be blue. Yeah, a little more blue tint to it. I'm the wrong person to comment on color. You guys know I can't see where the shit, but yeah, mako shark is excellent. It tastes like a little bit better of a swordfish because of their diet. pumpkin swordfish, far superior to mako though. But they have a urinary tract system, so they're very good to eat. Very good to eat. But they're, I don't know, what are they, endangered? Threatened? So I wouldn't box one. We need those big sharks to eat all the little sharks that are taking over. Another person was attacked today at Hilton Head. Here's what's funny about that. Within, I think it was 3 miles of each other, those 2 attacks have occurred. Guess what happened recently on the beach there? They buried a whale. So they bury a whale on the beach. Not sure exactly what was all encompassing with it, how that worked, but I have my theories. Probably one of the worst things you can do. Bury a whale in the middle of summer. Probably bleeding oil. Probably nothing but oil and amino acids secreting into the sand, which at high tide is probably getting washed out. Bringing the sharks in. Bunch of people in the water. It's almost July 4th weekend, just like a Jaws movie. And that poor little girl got attacked. And again, these are not big sharks that are doing this stuff. They're not. We have way too many little sharks running amok because we don't have enough big sharks. It's not difficult. The reason we have too many little sharks is multifaceted. But in North America, we have overprotected little sharks. When we got rid of that regulation that said that you could sell a shark's fins, that really hurt the commercial fishermen. They don't even like to kill them. In the fish house when I was there a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, they had a whole fish vat, which is about 1,000 pounds with ice. 1,000 pounds of sharks in there. You know what it was worth? $150. Who in their right mind is doing all that work for $150? Now, when you're allowed to fin them, you can get $1 to $5 a fin plus the meat. That thing's probably worth $5,000 to $6,000 for a vat. So people are motivated. They're keeping them in check. Humans are, probably eating them. They're not great. Maybe they're using them for bait. Probably not, because the only thing that eats a little shark is a big shark. So you have a big problem with the amount of little sharks that are running amok because there's not enough out there to eat them. What will happen though is you'll see we will find an extremely big shark at one time because she is running out there just ruining populations of little sharks. There's probably a massive mako out there because there's not many of them. There's probably multiple massive great whites because their populations are so run down. The tigers, bull sharks. I mean, there's a lot of bull sharks, so that they won't be as big. When I caught my mako in OC, A restaurant bought my fins for $100. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. Yeah, like the fins are crazy expensive. They get treated better than any yellowfin tuna. Right to China, Hong Kong, Asia, they're going. Even places locally though, like in the States, like in California, New York, there's places that'll take them. Like we're with our fish house, if there's something you're like, man, I'm not gonna eat that, but I'd use it as bait. Like, sorry, it's going to New York already. $2 a pound. Fuck. Too much. Can't use it as bait at that price. So, happens a lot. Like with what we would call bonita, which is a little toonie. Too expensive for bait. You sure as hell don't want to eat it for food. Well, I don't. Some people do. Some people say it's good. Way too red for me. Hey, Mr. Maki. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing nice. Shark fin soup's pretty good. I've never had it. It's what is it in Asia? It's considered like is it a dish used in wedding, like traditional weddings and high-end weddings, and considered an aphrodisiac over there in Southeast, or is it just Eastern Asia in general? I'm not sure. I'm not that educated on it. At least we've been able to talk about sharks today. That's good. I could probably talk about sharks for 10 hours and then just repeat it. By the way, 50th anniversary of Jaws, everyone. Go watch Jaws. If you've never seen it, we're going to go ahead and ban you. Get it out of the way. Yeah, it's 50. Almost as old as Jirachi. And Pops. But not quite. In this massive game drought, it makes me think that I should have got out of the park just to play to have something to do. Oh, this little guy. A bigger one. You definitely don't get as many bites, but you catch a lot more random shit with this this setup. Sure. Be catching those. Tiny boy. What a trophy poor beagle is, it's probably massive. That's probably a super little one. I don't remember the biggest one I caught. I can look, I guess. It's a good one. 100? Probably a little bit. Oh, only 30 for the weekly? Well, that's only USA. What's the... yeah, 150. 130, 140, 150. Yeah, all these guys are using super big baits, but no, sir. We'll not be doing any of that. Yeah, arguably, I will tell you, I don't know if you have any readers in here, but Jaws as a book is amazing. But The Beast, which is basically Jaws with giant squid, I think is better. The characters aren't better, but it's like he really got dialed in on the behavior of the animal more. And Jaws the book is so good because it's written from the perspective of the shark. If you guys didn't know that. That's what makes it so cool. That was part of why, well, when Spielberg was making the movie and the shark kept breaking, because that's like a big thing. Shark breaks, you know, when they're trying to film the movie. He's like, well, in the book, they don't even show the shark. They don't talk about anyone seeing the shark. They just talk about its behaviors. So that's why in the beginning, they film it as if the shark was moving around. Because that's how the beginning of the book opens up. Where's your electric reel damp? It's sitting in the garage right now. But Mr. C has one. We bullied him into it. After many years, he broke down. Mr. C, hello. Jirachi, can you give Pops and Mr. C shoutouts? You're not too busy over there? And Lex, if she's still here? Just do the whole channel. Amaki, he needs one. So I was in a stream yesterday, Mr. C, and they were talking about how great the Cardinal was. I was like, I think I got one of those. I think Roosty gave it to me. So I pulled it out, but I need to pick your brain and see if I need to repair it. I think I'm close to needing to repair it. I haven't used it in forever. I've been using the Venga, but I guess it's stronger than the Venga, they were saying. So it might hold me over until I can get to like 40 grand and maybe buy something. Oh, that's good too. Take the Wolfies. That was probably on a large fillet. We're running out of them. Yeah, they usually eat the large fillets. Sometimes rattle rigs though. Let me see here. 20, 23. Maybe I don't need to repair it, but when do you replace the mech and the friction brake? Are those 30s? 35s? $130 kg. Ah, this is a baby. Oh, that's better than what I have on the other one for sure. Maybe I could go to deeper water. At 99 on the Venga. Okay, thank you. That's good. I can have a little more confidence throwing some of these things down there. Oh, funny dog. That on? That's the second one I've caught. You need to get over here, Mr. C. There's some... I don't usually catch this kind of stuff. Woodward? That was on a large fillet. I'm gonna catch some saiths just to box them. The rig? Oops. Paternoster. Who was I with? Boo Radley the other day, I think, was explaining to me Um, look at whatever fish you want to catch on the weeklies. No, it wasn't Boo Radley. Anyway, their tips were very helpful. They said whatever fish you want to catch in the weekly, just look at what color it is and match up that bead with that bait. Seems to be pretty good. Seems to work pretty good. Oh, that's a dinker. An absolute minger right here. Reel is so slow, though. Yeah, it did seem to work. I mean, I wanted to catch redfish. I looked it up. I used shrimp on every rig. And I looked up the color of the lures. I matched the beads to the lures. I caught a redfish like after 3 fish. And then he's like, okay, with wolf fish, you need to use a rattle rig. I went and bought a double hook. Put the rattle rig on. Matched the colors. Bam. Ugh. What a piece of shit that is. Not the beads, but basically, like, he goes to the weeklies, and let's say we want to catch, here we go. I don't know. Let me just pick something. Wolffish. So I would use red primarily, white second, and then blue third. But maybe 2 of the 3 would be red, and the second one would be white. So even if I'm using a large fish fillet, I would use a red bead. Because it seems they're liking red this week. Oh, it seemed to make sense. I was like, alright, I'll try it. And then I had both of those fish for the cafe orders, so worked way better than I ever would have expected. So many times people have just spat theories to me on this game, and it's been completely bullshit. But it worked really good. Oh, you always do the same sort of thing? Oh, okay. I normally match my beads to whatever lure I'm fishing, but now I know. I don't have enough lures to match all the colors that are good every week, and if I tried to buy them, I'd be bankrupt. But we're approaching 30K, which would be a pretty good place for me. I think the reel that most people use is 42,000. It's an ugly ass reel though. Oh, okay, got you, nerds. Yeah, I run a lot of the same bilkers too. The 110, the 70 red one, the 125 bond one, Teal 100 one. The red and brown one, which I fucking hate. It's ugly. Does seem to catch fish though. I don't know why. Hideous. Catches Darwin Awards, I guess. Stupid fish that don't know any better. Ugh. Of course. That better not have been. Is that on a large fillet? You stupid fuck. You stupid fat fuck. Meanwhile, Yickers had 3 trophies since I've been here. Let's see, we've been on 57 minutes. He's had 3 trophies. I haven't had 3 trophies in 4 years. I saw that barbel you caught. Nerds, that was pretty good. Very nice one. Oh, you piece of shit. Ugh. Guarantee that's enough. It is. I knew it. I didn't even have to look. Things are so valuable. Dickhead. Okay, we're gonna let this bait soak, y'all. I'm gonna go get a beer. Slow bite rate was nice. Was able to catch Loki stream. He caught a croaker and hooked a cow nose that split his hook when he got it to the boat. Oh. Can I not get to the bottom layer? What's going on? Current's not really moving. Oh. MF. Maybe it's moving down there and not up here. I don't know. I'll redrop. Yeah, Mr. C has the Ferrari of reels now. Some might say the Ford F-150 of reels. If it stays there. No. Current must be ripping down there. I go to a heavier weight, but I don't think I can. I don't think my rod is designed for that. Math, what are you even doing? What are you doing right now? Oh, you're still playing Eve? How's that going? How does it even work, whatever you're doing, the planetary exploration business? How does it work? Got him on. Baby fish. Oh, the server seemed laggy? I see. Not as aggressively, but I'm still getting on to check stuff. I'm really upset at that game. I'll check in about 6 months, but it's banned for a while. Ugh. Oh, it passively mines? That's cool. That's really cool. Cool. Good waiting. It's a good one. Matthew, you look into Bitcraft? You look into that game? It's just RuneScapes? Oh, okay. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm so plenty. You have no idea. Plenty and stuffy. The game you posted yesterday? Peppa Pig? Post Peppa Pig game? Gross as usual? I'll allow it. Probably accurate, honestly. It's just past the point that I can do anything about it. It's about 700 degrees if you walk outside, by the way. Don't do that. Walk outside, just burst into flames. Don't do it. Oh, no, no. I'm not. No, 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 no. We're not playing that game, F. We got enough Survivor games. I'm probably going to go back to a little bit of War Thunder. Just so I log in and get my points from Arms' Sweet Guild. Put it towards the Stealth Bomber. 34 Celsius here tomorrow. That's pretty warm. What is that? Like our heat index was 106 today. 104, I think. 104. Not 106. 34 is at 93? 93 degrees? All humidity all the time. Yep. It's just like you moved to Miami for a day. Same thing. Oh, yeah. Could you get your fires under control? Chat has been talking about it for a while now. You're going to need to do something about it. As the representative of Canada for the channel, you're going to need to talk to someone. I know it's hard to burn salt water, and that's basically the city that you represent, but city of salt water and mussels, and occasionally lobsters and bluefin tunas. Another Wolfie boy. There's a fire outside the city from the wildfires, or just a miscellaneous fire? Like the wildfires caught the city on fire too? Pops, please, with a smallmouth. Okay. Get something good. Oh, it was from a wildfire? Really? It was rare 10 years ago. Now it's forest fire season and it's normal. Oh. You need a Smokey the Bear. You got a Smokey the Beaver, and he's getting fucked. Smokey the Beaver is taking too many days off. He didn't graduate grade 12. Smokey the Beaver. No good. No good. Out west burns. The amount burnt last year was insane. I can imagine. You guys are basically all trees. You have like 3% people and the rest is trees. And then snow. Another spiny dog. We will exchange. That's fine. With the spiny dogfish, we will exchange a large fillet, even though you're way too small to eat that. You little fuck. We'll exchange it. We have someone going to Canada next week at the bait shop, Jirachi, and I gave them all the fake money that we were given over the course of the last year in rolled coins. So they're going to Canada with like 16 bucks, buddy. Every time I get that Canadian propaganda bullshit in my coin rolls, I'm like, motherfuckers. Might as well put a cardboard piece of paper in there. Worthless. Should have sent it to me. By the time I send it to you, there's not going to be any money. I can't afford to send you fake money. It's like, I can't even read that. Quintillion loot. You need Tuesdays? Yeah, tomorrow is Tuesday. That's correct. Why are you bringing that up? Another Wolfie. That was on a little guy? No, that was on a squid. We'll take it. That's a freebie. Oh, okay. In case I wasn't aware. Thank you. Very nice. Yeah, we literally put it in like a 2-ounce cup and we collected it for however long until someone went to Canada. What bullshit. We had more Canadian bullshit coins than we had silver. We had like 2 silver coins in 2 years. But we had like 35 Canadian bullshit coins. It's gonna be like 98 tomorrow, which is like 37.2. Yeah, you can't leave your house. Don't even think about it. Unless you feel like dying. You better get out of there between 6 and 8 in the morning. You have signs. What do you mean signs? Road signs? Alright, can we get some 07s in the chat for a math? He's not gonna be with us by the 25th. He won't be with us. No longer with us. Business signs for a math business inc. True. Could be business signs for business things. That's correct. Could be. Supposed to be 94. Yicker with his 17th trophy of the day. That's nice. '94 with a feel of 110. Oh, It's fucking hot out there. For sure. I do not recommend going outside. Oh, the heat's just vaporizing the smoke, nerds? I have 2 fans in the room going. Do you have AC? Some guy's flying a ship called the Probe, and its name is Anal Probe. Very mature Eve player there, to be honest. A mass alt, most likely. Correct. No AC on the mainland? You might as well just pack it in, buddy. No chance. Mm-mm. Math, will you give him your tips on no AC from the Marine Corps, please? You're always pretty good at doing that. Trailer park specials, yeah. At least the math helped and didn't ask someone else to do it for him. Mm-hmm. Pop's got a sheep's head there. Good job, Pops. No, sheep's head and bluegills dialed in. Yeah, math is all the secrets with no AC. Ice open in front of the fan, you mean? We're gonna need an illustration of math. We're gonna need an illustrations. Can you draw it up in Microsoft Paint? Oh, behind you. I see what you're saying. You want it sucking the cold air out the cooler. Got it. Thank you, nerds. Thought you just meant blowing the the fan blows the wind over the ice into you. That's correct. I have no idea how a fan works. My mind doesn't work with mechanics of math. If you don't know that by now, I don't know how to help you. If something is in any way mechanical, I have no concept of how it works. A lot of sucking and blowing, something else I'm sure you don't know anything about. I don't, but I'm sure you could let me know, or maybe Rab could. Don't know anything about that. Fucking piece of shit fish. The original Hunter game is great. I know Yicker's talking about the new Call of the Wild, but the original Hunter game is awesome. I wish I was more motivated to play it, but I'm really not. But I did enjoy my time with it. They should have just re-released the Hunter with updated graphics and mechanics. Instead of doing Call of the Wild. But maybe Call of the Wild was just so much more profitable. Their business model is based on pushing paid DLC down your throat. Yeah. The Hunter, though, is super fun. I don't mind that business model. Free and you pay for the little stuff. Like, pretty good. That's how they killed the angler. They didn't fix the core problems and kept forcing paid DLC. Yeah. Damp actually liking something? Dude, the original Hunter is really good. You never saw me play it, Jirachi, but it's a really good game. It's dated, but it's a really cool game. The Hunter Classic was actually great, yeah. No, Math played it. That's where I met Fred in that game. That was probably 8 years ago. Fred was known as Nikki Fox because he was trying to debate everyone and that he was an actual woman. Not sure that's true. Kimo meant something in Classic? Yeah, it did. You hunt saltwater crocs and a snow gilly with a 22. Yeah. Like, as long as you have more DLCs, you're more likely to be successful or something. I don't know. It's very strange. Just remake Classic, start over. Oh, close to dead baits. I thought we'd be trying it tonight, but maybe not. Is that on a large fillet too? Nope, small. Good. Yicker with his 7th trophy of the day. They changed the dev team on Classic and they suck. The Halloween event they couldn't figure out and it didn't happen till Christmas. Oh. Okay, what do we got here? Ah. Is that on on fillet too? Okay. Last update I saw from the dev team was they were looking for beta testers for a new game they've been working on. It's a survival game. That turned into a dumpster fire. Well, yeah, their people couldn't be any more like almost like streaming to an extent. You build a customer base who comes to you for entertainment based on a certain genre, and you completely change that genre. You're like, this should be fine. No. Mm-mm. Dumpster fire tier games are Damp's favorite. I mean, I would take anything we can get at this point, honestly. If it was a new game, literally, I'd be excited. Last Epoch, yep, there's wipes. There you go. War Thunder doesn't have wipes. It's great. You go back whenever the hell you feel like it. And they still release new content. And the game's free. It's crazy how that works. Oh no. Ugh, not another one. I mean, we haven't caught that many fish, but at least the fish, for the most part, that we've caught that are somewhat unique have been good ones. ESO with Medic and I? No, I don't think. He's been playing a lot of Fallout. I've been watching him in the evenings. This is a baby. As soon as I gave it a compliment, we had to get a horseshit fish. Although it could be a spiny dog. Still a little small. Yeah, and he hasn't played that much recently. That's how he got partnered with 76. Play like 12 hours a day. No, of course it's a haddock. I don't know, man. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. I think I don't know.